Hello and welcome people to the internet. That was the worst intro I've ever done, but you know what? Fuck, I'm keeping it in. My name is Jake Dragon7 and welcome to today's episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. I can't get over how awful that intro was. In the last episode, we took on Polar Knight and made a few last second preparations to take on the Tower of Fate, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Okay, if there I just check all my data because I always did at the beginning of videos, because I'm a paranoid fuck. Alright, let's forget enemies exist. Yes, so let's get started here. The Tower of Fate, the big finale of Shovel Knight. There we go, actually killed that one. And getting away. Alright. So yes, the Tower of Fate, the level the whole game's been building up to, of course. Shovel Knight is oftentimes compared to Mega Man, and this is definitely like this game's variation of the Wily Castle trope. No shite. Oh shite. Well, that didn't work. But yeah, this really is like this game's variation of the Wily Castle. It's just a few long levels, of course. Unlike in Wily Castle, I've actually, you guys are probably gonna think I'm like sacrilege or saying this. I've never actually played a Mega Man game. The closest I've gotten is playing the first few minutes of the first Battle Network, I believe it was. I want to play through that game, but the beginning is like I got like really lost in the beginning because I'm, you know, a dipshit. In case it wasn't already painfully obvious. And I gotta get rid of that gold, whatever, it's the end of the game, no one cares. Anyway, though, yeah, so, hey, I've never really played a Mega Man game, but I can tell that this is definitely like a Wily Castle-ish type of level. Of course, I believe in most Wily Castles, you're not able to leave between the different stages, but outside of that, this game is pretty much the same thing. So, yeah. Let's see here. I will switch to this relic. Okay. Trying to remember the controls because that's what we do here. We forget how controls work, and then there we go. Okay. That didn't work at all. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay. I will switch back to the propeller dagger. Welp, that didn't work. Okay. And he died. Okay, whatever. No one really cared. It's a little bit dark. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's get through here and these things are getting really annoying. Let's see if I can kill this guy. There we go. You're dead now. I don't have to deal with your shenanigans anymore. It's pretty good. Good. Oh, jeez. Okay. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Oh, no. Oh, nuts. Oh, rats. Ah. Well. Whoops. That was a bit dumb. Needless to say. Okay. Now let's head here. Alright, so, you know what? Okay, so I just, as I've stated before, I usually do record in the morning, and this is no exception. So yeah, I kind of like just woke up, and, I just have something really strange I want to talk about. Do you guys ever have, like, weird... Do you guys ever have, like, weird dreams? If they're, like, recurring dreams? I'm sure you do. Like, weird dreams you don't think anyone else has, but you have, and it's like you've had them multiple times and you have no idea why. So, this is a really weird thing to say, 'cause it's like, I don't even know why I have this dream. It's just the weirdest thing ever. Basically, I have this dream sometimes where it's like, I'm just, like, living my life normally, right? I have a lot of dreams that start like that. Like, things are normal, I'm sure a lot of people do. And then I go to use my computer, and I realize that some update happened while I was asleep or not using it, and god damn it, I am really bad at this game today. I guess I did say I just woke up, but yeah. So basically, I have this dream. So I go to use my computer, and all of a sudden I realize I use Windows 8, and all of a sudden I realize my computer is on Windows XP. Like, does anyone else have a dream like that? I don't even get what. And then it's like, I have like someone else over, and it's like I want to show this thing on my computer, but I don't want to show them that I use Windows XP. on, on gaming, on like a modern gaming laptop. So I'm like, oh, I'm just like not showing them my computer at all. It's so weird, but it's like, does anyone else have a dream like that? I think I'm gonna say it's Windows XP specifically because I used to have like a computer. It's actually in the same space that my current TV is for when I do gaming videos and stuff, like when I record. Just like this small desk. But yeah, I used to have like this old crappy computer that had Windows XP on it, and I used to like make videos. I used to make so what I used to do, I was one of those people that used to edit the sprites from Pokemon games, like combine them, and of course me being like maybe 10, probably not even 10 when I started out. A lot of these videos, I didn't post these videos, but I like just make them, and I'd make them in a Movie Maker because, of course, you know, what else would someone like me make those videos in? And then what else? I did like gaming music videos, but not like remixes like what you see now, because at the time I had no musical talent. I was a talentless hack. So what I would just do was I basically take I just save the song and then upload it and just do like a video like that, except what I do to make it special is I'd put in like various pictures and videos that went with the time in the music. So it was more like an actual music video and not just, okay, here's a song. It was, I guess, a little bit more intricate. I had some other things outside of that, like I had no idea you could break that wall. Anyway, back on that other tangent. Yeah, I also had some other things, like I would like mess around with the songs in Audacity. I like reverse them, or I had like one series where I like pitch them, like change the pitch on them. It was really weird. I don't know why anyone ever watched them looking back on it, but I mean, some of them got views. But I think the best part is that was before I had a capture card, of course, because, you know, why not? So in the first couple of videos I made with old Movie Maker on my XP computer, I don't even know if it was possible. I had like the old version of Movie Maker. So I don't even know, at the time, I didn't know whether or not it was possible. I actually still don't know, because obviously I don't use it anymore. But I wasn't sure whether or not it was possible to like, what am I trying to say here? Like, decrease the volume on video clips. So for all my gameplay, I'd use a camera. The camera quality would be shitty. And then I'd go to edit it, and I couldn't even cut out the sounds of me hitting the buttons on the controller. It's so bad. It's so bad. And these videos got uploaded on a account. It's not this one, obviously, because you can't find them anymore. So I used the same name back then. I just spelt it differently. I didn't have any of the capitals or like Roman numerals. I graduated from a dumb kid with a stupid name to a dumb but fancy kid with a slightly less. Actually, no, I think my name now might be slightly dumber. But yeah, that aside, what else can I say about my past? I also did so eventually I got a laptop, and that had Windows Live Movie Maker, and then I learned how to decrease the volume on video clips, so I could actually get rid of the volume on my shitty recorded video clips. That's fun. I also eventually started doing Let's Plays like the ones I do now, and they were even shittier, because again I had a camera. And I think the best part is I use the same mic I used back then. I use a Yeti mic. It's pretty good. You know, it's a pretty good mic. But I use the same mic now that I did back then. And I don't understand how this stream works at all, by the way. But I use the same mic, and it's like, half the time, at a certain point, I actually stopped using the actual mic for the audio, because I kind of started to realize that I was closer to the camera, and that the audio on the camera actually sounded better than my mic audio. It's so bad. It couldn't be worse. So I did do a Skyward Sword Let's Play back then, and I finished that. I lost like 30 videos because I was a dipshit with my camera, and I accidentally deleted 30 videos. It's not even a joke. I actually did that. And then I also did some like co-Let's Plays of Mario games with my friend. I wish I could have gotten him on for some videos on this channel, but I don't know. I just haven't been able to. But yeah, we did do what we did. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and then we did Mario 3D World. No, we did Mario Bros. U, and then we started Mario 3D World, and then I started an Ocarina of Time Let's Play that like I uploaded like a couple of videos of. Like I barely got through that. And then what was it? And then I got a capture card, and I couldn't figure out how to record Wii games. I actually still don't know how to record on the Wii, so if I ever record a Wii game, I just do it on my Wii U. And yes, I will talk about the game in a minute, because I know I've kind of been talking about just myself. But yeah, so we did that, and eventually I figured out how to, I got a capture card, like I said. And let's use this here. Wait. No, I was so close. Not really though. But yeah. So the problem is that it was a Roxio capture card. I don't know what reputation Roxios have. I thought at the time they had a good reputation, but among me, they suck. That thing like barely worked. Like what would always happen on like all of my video clips, it would like the audio would just desync. It was really bad. It was a really shitty capture card. I don't know if any of you have used Roxios before, and you can tell me what your experience with them was, but my experience was miserable. But yeah, so that's basically my YouTube story. It's, you know, pretty awful, unsurprisingly. So yeah, back to this level. I do like this part of the level a lot. I think it's really cool how it's like everything kind of like shaded. It's kind of like there's levels in the newer Donkey Kong games where it's like just like a silhouette. And there's like some of my favorite levels because the visuals on it's just really cool. But yeah, I do like how what they did with this and kind of made it like the background just raining and it's like all green and stuff. It's kind of like weird. Alright though, so here we are at the boss. Looks like it's about to get serious, which is why I'm going to use the offensive relic here. Oh yeah, so now he can do things like that. And trust me, the fight actually gets way cooler. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I was about to say, the fight gets way cooler later on, and this is where it gets a bit cooler, and I cannot hit him. But yes, so we have one more rematch with Black Knight right here. And, oh boy, this fight is a lot more chaotic and difficult than the previous two, if it wasn't already obvious enough. In this fight, Black Knight has a whole just array of new abilities from the Enchantress, so hell of a lot stronger now than he ever was before. So it really makes for a great, like, really this is kind of the penultimate boss of this game, and damn is it a good one. Even if parts like this make the boss stupidly easy if you happen to position yourself correctly. There we go. Alright though, so yes, this is that fight, and if you didn't hear the music is called, I believe the Defender? I think it's, shit, I can't remember the exact name. It's either the Defender or the Rival. Because one of them is the theme for the first Black Knight fight, but yeah, it's a really good song. And the plot thickens yet again. Alright, so we're gonna continue on from here. I usually would just do side questy stuff around this point, but because yeah, I did take a long time in that level. But we are going to go on to the second Tower of Fate level, as this actually is not the last one. So I don't actually remember how long this level is, and the next video is probably gonna be really short. Shit. Well, I thought I went around that. But apparently I didn't. Nope, it's fine. Yeah. So, I actually think, I'm trying to remember which way is faster. Or you know, I can just forget to jump. That works too. Oh my, I am doing so bad in this video. Why? Apparently I need some serious help here. And I forgot I didn't change my relic. Okay. So the other way gets you more gold. Whatever. Okay, jeez. I'm scared there for a minute. Alright, you have Tinker Rats, I guess is what you call them. Very similar to a Shantae enemy. Put it that way. Okay, though, so... what do you got? Yeah, the music does get much more, like, grand finale-esque tone here. Yeah, this is a pretty good final level, honestly. And the way it ends is really really cool, too, so... Alright, let's see. Got all those with one hit. No goodie this room. This room can be pretty annoying. There's a lot of stuff going on, but... it's not really the worst. I mean, really, nothing in this game is like... You know, I've been doing really poorly in episodes, so that might make some people think otherwise. But nothing in this game is, like, particularly, like, outlandishly difficult. I know I've said this before. Like, even though there are difficult moments in this game, and this game is definitively more difficult than a lot of modern games... Excuse me. And it's probably... I'd say it's definitely a lot more difficult than the other two games I'm playing right now. On the one hand, it is more difficult, but at the same time, it's a lot shorter. I feel like there are probably some moments in that game that are more difficult than moments in this game, but... On the overall, I'd say this game is a bit more difficult than everything else I've been covering lately, but it's like... It's just good. And none of it's like particularly frustrating. I mean, I guess there are some moments that are going to be a little bit annoying, and like... Some people are going to see things different, like, you know, have different opinions about things. So something that might not be annoying to me might be annoying to someone else. But still, I feel like this game generally does do a really good job with, like, being difficult, but not, like, super, like, frustratingly difficult. At least for the most part. Like, I think, personally, like, these enemies kind of tick me off a lot. I find these enemies to be especially annoying, but... I mean, at the same time, like... Pretty much every game is going to have at least one thing that ticks you off. Even, like, really easy games. It's most likely going to be something you find annoying. Just even if it's not, like, particularly difficult to deal with. You know? Alright, so now we have, of course, reusing elements. Yacht Club games. I see what you're doing here. Nah, just kidding. Doesn't make a lot of sense for finale to reuse elements. Kind of test your skills. Yes, this is the other auto-scroller segment I was mentioning back in Tinker Knight's level. There's a second one. This one is definitely a lot more difficult than that one, but it's not too bad. I mean, and yeah, I'm not getting that sheet. Kind of a bit behind here, so okay, whatever. Here we are actually closing in on this level's finale. So this one, yeah, this one went by a lot faster than the other one because I was doing terrible. I was kind of telling my Windows XP story. Oh god. If it weren't for the fact this is like a small series and I kind of want every episode to be named after something that like goes on level-wise in the episode, I'd probably name that, like, I'd probably give the episode title that thing. Like, if this were like a Skyward Sword or Mario Galaxy episode, it's just, I hate to get back to this, but like, it's always such a weird dream, because it's like, I'm so used to like the Windows 8 layout, and then it's like, suddenly it's just Windows XP. It's like, what the fuck? How are any of these programs even working here? Like, it's so bad. It's just so weird. It's like, I don't know. It just like strikes a bad chord with me. It's like so many years of having crappy Windows XP computers. Alright though, this is an interesting surprise. Alright, we're starting off with King Knight. So yes, right now we have a boss rush of each member of the Order of No Quarter. Oh crap. Oh man, I took a hit. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you do get extra healing items. You get like a healing item and extra magic after each round, but yeah, this variation of it isn't really that difficult. It's just, can you beat each individual boss? Now, this game does have a new game boss. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. But the New Game Plus version of this fight, or this, I guess, section really, is a lot more challenging because you only get half as many healing items. You only get them every 2 battles and not every 3. Okay, so it looks like the magic upgrades, maybe they only come in every 2 fights. I'm not 100% sure about this. Either way, though, I mean... Oh, come on! I thought I landed on the freaking snow. Unfortunately, the order is randomized, so I can't really cut out the King Knight fight. So sorry about that. And look who we're starting with. Oh boy. Yeah, I still don't really know who's more difficult to me, Polar or Plague, but these 2 bosses are definitely really difficult to me. Funny enough, all the P bosses, like, it sounds really weird when I put it like that, obviously, but all the P bosses give me a ton of trouble in this game. Like, Polar Knight and Plague Knight are definitely the 2 hardest, and Propeller Knight's still pretty challenging in my opinion, so... Trust me, it's a conspiracy. Oh god, okay. There we go. Alright, you're dead. Who's next? Oh, look at this! Oh boy. Actually might... I feel like it can get destroyed actually, but whatever, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna try to hold off on a second for using that. Alright, I'll just use it now. They don't like stack on top of each other if you wanted to try. I've tried that before. If you wanted to like abuse it that way. But yeah, they don't like stack on top of each other if you can save them for multiple rounds. They do end up like they're kind of overlapping and disappearing. But you can save them for later in the fight. Like you don't have to use them right at the start of the fight, which can be a decent strategy if it's a boss you're worried about and you don't want to take like too much damage. Because obviously, you know, it's not like you're gonna have equal difficulty with each boss. You know, like I can usually beat King Knight without taking a hit, and even if I do, it's only like 1 or 2 hits. And oh my, this game hates me right now, doesn't it? All the bosses I'm saying I have a decent amount of trouble with. Obviously, I don't find Propeller Knight quite as challenging as the other 2 we just faced, but he's still a bit of a challenge to me. Still tougher than the other bosses. Oh shit, I'm out of magic. Grant me more magic. Oh geez, not enough. Not enough magic. Oh boy, it depends, because like each boss, I honestly use magic a lot for each boss fight, so it's like hard to say. At this point, yeah, okay, probably not, I don't need any more magic for. But Tinker Knight, I usually don't use too much magic on him. I usually just use one, what's it called? You know, come to think of it too, I do the same thing with Molan. I don't really use a lot of magic for this fight. This fight you can mostly just kind of abuse by like bouncing on the, gotta get to the right times and stuff. Wait, I didn't get any, oh crap, I didn't get any magic that time. Hey man, this game's boss music is awesome. It's so good. This game, I mean, this game sounds like in general. I've already gushed out it enough, but oh, it's so good. Oh crap, that was cutting a bit close there. So I wonder if this can actually... No, it can't. Wanted to see if that could penetrate its defenses a bit. Maybe some extra damage. Alright, 3 more hits. There we go. That was a pretty awesome way to end it too. Alright, choose next. You know what? You know what? Fine. Do this legitimately this time. And apparently I have to take this now. Yeah, the randomized nature of this fight can actually make it a bit trickier than the second phase, ironically. It's just that the phase lock it can make it really easy. I mean, honestly, both phases are really easy. Like, neither phase is really something you have to worry about. But it really just depends, because I feel like I struggle a bit more with like randomized things. So if there's like a pattern you can abuse, I do find that a lot easier. So even if it's like an easy boss like that where you're not likely to get hit, but there's still a random nature to it, it's probably gonna be trickier to me. Look at this, like, there's like nothing difficult about this at all. I mean, yeah, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's like, stupid. It's easy. Easy money. Alright, so let's see what we get here. Oh, that one hit. Okay, look at that. That's just, oh, it's so easy. Okay, so who are we going up against next? Spectre Knight. I like it. Personal favorite. Yeah, I do love this guy's design so much. Just so cool. I feel like that red cloak, he's like sickle. Oh, it's awesome. That's because I'm like, you know, edgy teen type of guy. I'm really not, but it's like, doesn't change the fact that I like kind of like dark things and paranormal stuff. Yeah, I was one of those kids who would watch a bunch of like stupid ghost videos on YouTube and be like, huh, I wonder if it's real. Oh god, I was such a dumb kid, trust me. I just have to apologize now. No, I don't know if I've ever told this story on the channel before. I've told a lot of my friends it because I just, oh my god, this story is so funny to me. So basically, one time I watched this video. I had to have told the story on here before. It's so good. I love this story so much. But in case I haven't, no, you know, I know I have told it somewhere before because I remember linking it. But you know what? I'll tell it again because I'll get a story. Basically, one time I saw this video of like, it was basically these people that were like exploring a I think it was like an abandoned theater, I think is what it was. And they were looking at this one part, I guess it was like backstage or something. And they were looking in like a closet, and they saw like this body or something. But it was like this, it looked like the rotting corpse of a dead girl. That's what it looked like. And I thought that was pretty spooky. It was pretty creepy imagery. I feel like if I went back and watched it now, it wouldn't look that realistic. But I don't know. It looked really creepy to that young child variation or version of me. I don't know why I say variation, but yeah. And then a few days later, I was like looking out my window, and the way my house is organized, like when you're getting to like get food from the like the pantry or whatever, you can see like a window right to like the one side. That's like basically the window like right to our driveway, and I looked out that window to our driveway, and I could have sworn I saw that girl hanging on my driveways. I don't know how I saw that, but I did, and I like legitimately jumped back. I mean, it's just like, it's so weird. It was like, it really creeped me out. It was like terrifying. I looked back again, like girl, like cautiously. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, so let's see what all these guys have. Keep in mind, you actually can leave them just hanging there. But, you know, I'm nice. I like these guys. They're cool. Like, some of these guys are actually pretty cool. You know, like, you know, I mean, you're odd. And, okay. So, anyway, after all of those, dumb stories and ramblings and all that, and this being the longest episode of the series thus far, next episode, you know what we have to do. See you all then.